It's the year 2025. I've lived on this earth for 21 years now. My whole life, I've lived here, in an artificial farmland, 3 meters below sea level, enclosed by man-made dikes. As I grew up, I started wondering, what lies beyond these walls? I study in the city of Utrecht. This city is a place full of change, people, public transport and large companies. Despite being one of the greenest cities in the Netherlands, I am confronted with how this modern Western world is shaped only around the well-being of humans. As a society, we place ourselves above everything else, drifting us further away from nature. I grew up alongside the internet. It showed me all the chaos in the world to the point that it's overwhelming. It gives us the urge to take action, but we often feel helpless, unsure where to start. How can one person make a difference? Maybe if we start small, we can begin locally instead of globally. What have we missed? What do we forget? Let's look closer around us. As a kid, I loved to draw, dance and play in nature. It's so precious how the imagination of a child could turn a simple backyard into a forest full of adventures. I've spent countless recesses in primary school looking for insects and water salamanders. All these memories of my hometown are etched deep into my heart. I'm grateful for growing up here, to have a house with a backyard, to live only a minute away from the forest and to have a primary school next to a lake. Returning back to my primary school years later, to search for those water salamanders, I realized something. Despite its beauty and appearing to be thriving, there are a lot of hidden problems within the ecosystems surrounding these shallow waters. Dry, hot summer months, where most available water being used for the farmlands, lead to the shallow waters drying up. Pesticides from the fields, harsh chemicals from factories, and sewage water pollute the water. This can even affect aquatic life on a hormonal level. Lack of waterside plants make life even more difficult for the animals that live in these waters. We keep on removing all the foliage to make it look neat, but this is crucial for the ecosystem. It provides food, shelter, safety and more. During my internship at the Research Center of Zoology in Ecuador, I was able to experience working in the field of entomology. Here in the Netherlands, I spoke with biologists and ecologists about the current state of the ecosystems. I was dedicated to finding a solution to these problems. The biolab at my school gave me the courage and ability to make my ideas come to life. Sanctuaria Aquatica is a safe haven for the life of the shallow waters. It's woven out of willow branches. These cuttings came from the willow trees that grow next to my primary school, the same trees I passed every day on my way to school. These willows, nodding willows, are native trees from Dutch waterlands. Once planted in water, these branches will sprout again and blend in with the ecosystem. The woven pattern creates plenty of nooks and crannies for insects to hide in. These are some examples of different shapes that could provide shelter for different types of aquatic animals. The top raft stays above the water and provides a place for birds to nest and for indigenous plants to grow. I am still researching the long-term effects of mycelium on water quality. Could this break down the harsh polluting chemicals? Smaller Sanctuaria Aquatica can be made by anyone with a do-it-yourself kit. People of all ages can create an aquatic insect hotel. Get inspired by the Styling magazine to fill the rooms with specific organic materials to attract specific types of animals. With a removable top, you can meet the guests. Take a picture of them and share them on social media. This will contribute to the national documentation of our biodiversity. Even in this loud, big world, Sanctuaria Aquatica will give our small hidden neighbors a voice. Let's love the local. Return to your inner child and weave ourselves back together with nature.